Who doesn't want to make 60K a month? Well, a septic truck business might be the key to getting there. However, in order to scale the business, you need leads, and leads are one of the hardest part of any service business. And today, you're going to learn the right way to scale and market your septic business. We're going to talk about what contractors currently do when marketing their septic business, where they fall short, the 4 ways that can drive success in your company, and finally, what scale looks like. Let's dive in. One of the craziest things about the septic pumping business is that a lot of the largest competitors in your space don't have a website. They just sort of have that truck and have driven around in it for 20 years and have slowly built up a list of people that call them. Now, that's good and bad. The bad is that they have a loyal list of customers. The good is that they're not running a professional marketing plan. So yes, they have all the existing customers, but it should be pretty easy to take them from them. So how do we go about doing that? That's what we're going to be talking about here today. When you go to market for septic, there's a couple easy areas to do this. So one is conventional. So conventional is going to be mailers, radio, TV, billboards. One of the most powerful tools inside Septic is that Septic is publicly accessible. And what that means is that your municipality has a list of every house that has a septic tank. So you can go and you can request that list and say, hey, where are all the septic systems? Give me the address, the name, maybe even the phone number if they have it. And we're going to create marketing campaigns to those people. But that is a hugely powerful first step. Everyone that has a tank is on that list. Now, one of the good parts of Septic is that it's not very competitive. A lot of these competitors are not marketing digitally, so you should be able to take share pretty fast. But if you're using the wrong agency, all they're gonna do is waste your dollars and they're not gonna get you to where you wanna go. So let's dive into the 4 different steps of what actually works in digital marketing for septic businesses. Number 1, you're gonna need strong SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. And what that looks like is it's gonna be like septic pumping in X city, wherever it is that you are. So it's gonna be long tail, local, and detailed pages. Now, what's really cool these days, you can drive AI SEO tools, so you can start pumping out dozens of these pages at the same time that help you drive real volume and help you get to scale in SEO efforts really fast. 5-10 years ago, this used to take tens of thousands of dollars. Now you can do it with AI, and it's awesome. Number 2 is PPC. PPC is pay per click. Now, one of the best parts about PPC for septic is that almost no one else is competing for these keywords. So the way this shows up is on Google or on Bing or wherever it is that you're paying, you're gonna pay them for keywords to search. So similar to this search up here, so septic pumping, Akron, septic pumping, Pittsburgh, you can bid on those keywords just like this shows you up organically. Pay-per-click allows you to get to the front of the list because you paid to be there. You can change how much you pay per keyword, how much you prioritize for it. Now, one of the best parts about septic is that not that many people are advertising at all for it. PPC is going to be cheap, and that's what we find too for our septic pumping. Our septic pumping PPC is very inexpensive in comparison to plumbing, HVAC, electric, more competitive trades. Number 3 is LSA. So LSA is local service ads. Local service ads are probably the bread and butter of your septic business because they're gonna drive really high intent phone calls. So someone's gonna search septic pumping near me, they're going to get SEO results, they're gonna get PPC results, but they're also going to get LSA, which shows up just below PPC. It's the second thing that you see is the LSA search results. You might be able to get an LSA lead for $20 to $30 in some markets, maybe as high as $50 to $60 in others, and they're high intent. So if someone's calling through an LSA number, they need your service that day. Your chance of booking that call and driving that revenue is very high, like upwards of 80%, and you can close that sale and hopefully turn it into something. Number 4 is GMB optimization. This one is your Google My Business. So this is reviews, map pack, services, and everything else listed inside your GMB. You can optimize your reviews, you can optimize your photos, you can optimize your services, you can optimize your responses and your keywords to the reviews that your customers give you. The biggest and best thing though that you can do is automate your reviews. I'm gonna go from easiest to hardest, and then here's what you can do on your own. So the easiest thing to do on like starting off is GMB. Next one is LSA. LSA is easy to self-manage. You can use an agency, but it is easy to self-manage. PPC and SEO is when you start bringing in a partner. Hard to do in-house, hard disciplines to drive. So we recommend just bringing on an agency or bringing on a partner to run with those things. Easiest, hardest, and you can self-manage these, and you could launch LSA and GMB today. Like, there's nothing holding you back from getting those two off the ground today. The agency that we've used to help scale our septic has been Service Scalers, so make sure you check them out, servicescalers.com, or click on the link in the description if you want more information. Scaling the septic business. We're gonna get leads, we're gonna get sales, we're gonna scale our people. That's it, that's how this works. Okay, well, I'm gonna go add more trucks. Well, when do you add more trucks? I'm gonna hire more techs, we're gonna expand into new areas. So let's talk about those different things and when to do them. Each truck in the septic pumping business is a pretty big investment. Like, you might be paying somewhere from $150,000 to $250,000. So you want to make sure you are fully utilizing that truck. What that means is running it for multiple shifts. You should be able to run each truck for at least 16 hours a day in 2 8-hour shifts, depending on your drivers. Depending on the geographic area, like how far you're driving between each job, how far away the dump site is, you might be able to get anywhere from 4 to 10 pumps a day. And so those 2 shifts might be able to do 10 total a day, or might be able to do 20 total a day. But before you go and invest in that second truck, make sure you have fully filled up your first one using all of the lead strategies that we just talked about. Hiring more techs is pretty similar. You want to be able to, for each truck, have 2 shifts. So that's going to be 2 technicians, maybe 3 techs. There's some companies out there that can run a 24-hour operation. And the way that they do that is they run grease traps at night. So they go out and bring on restaurants, or they bring on manufacturing facilities, or wherever else has a grease trap, and they pump those somewhere between 10 and 6 a.m. The idea is you want to be able to make the capital investment, fill it up, make the next capital investment, fill it up, and onward and onward. And that's how we're going to continue to achieve scale. The next step is expanding into new areas. The best way to do it is you build a route in a new location. So I was talking with an operator once who does a ton of grease traps. What he would do is he would go, okay, I'm ready to take on this section of the state over here. And he would get 10 Starbucks that he would go pump their grease traps for. And then he would start cold calling all the businesses around there. And he would slowly fill up a route built around the Starbucks. Taking that one step further, keeping in mind where the dump sites are so that whenever they pump that densely picked route, they could easily dump and then just keep at it all day. My big thoughts on scale here are, without leads, growth is going to stall, but with leads, scaling becomes inevitable. Don't make the mistake that I see most operators make. Scaling your septic business is not just about buying more trucks. It is about keeping jobs flowing every day and filling up your maximum capacity and just running that truck for as many times as you can go. You made a huge investment, so let's keep it running. We've had a few awesome operators on the podcast, Owned and Operated, so make sure you check out those interviews. We'll link them. Also, drop a comment below and subscribe for more strategies on how to grow your business.